Good day, everybody. It's Andrew here, and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about stimulus checks for seniors and Social Security increases for 2022. We also have a huge announcement from President Biden, as just last night, they officially signed the physical stimulus package into law. So, a lot to cover in this video, but before we jump into it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. As always, do me a huge favor, subscribe to my second channel. The link to my second channel is going to be in the comments of this video, and on that channel, we mostly do fun things like play bingo, play the lottery, play casino games, things like that to kind of distract you from the serious stuff we do on this channel. So that is the best way you can support my work, is by subscribing to my second channel. So thank you all so much for all your support, and let's jump right into Social Security benefits. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, the focus of this channel and my purpose here is to be a voice for seniors and to be a voice for those who are disabled, because you guys deserve to live in a life of dignity, especially for seniors who paid taxes their entire life, were promised a Social Security benefit, and now it's such a small payment that you're forced to live in poverty. Completely not okay, especially when inflation is getting so bad. Now, President Biden on the campaign trail promised to permanently increase Social Security benefits, and we're still waiting for him to keep that promise. Experts think 2022 will be the year of Social Security, and experts think that President Biden will increase Social Security benefits in 2022. Now, some people say, well, Social Security is getting a 5.9% increase in 2022 from the COLA, so they are getting an increase technically, but no. That is just barely going to cover inflation, right? Because we had a historic year of inflation, which we might have again next year. The increase that President Biden promised is supposed to be above and beyond the baseline inflation. So we're still waiting for him to fulfill that promise. So one thing people are saying is, first, President Biden already said whatever doesn't end up in this current stimulus package, the Build Back Better Act, is going to be in the next stimulus package in 2022. So two things. He confirmed there will be another stimulus package in 2022, and he's already promised to increase Social Security benefits. So if you connect the dots, we're hoping, and it looks like, he's going to try and include those increases in that stimulus package. And when we say Social Security, we basically assume it's going to include SSI and SSDI as well. He did promise to increase both of those programs' payments, and generally when they do something for Social Security, it's usually extended to SSI and SSDI as well. So for those of you on SSI or SSDI, when I say Social Security, it's basically a blanket statement for SSI and SSDI as well. Now, with inflation being so historic, Medicare costs going up historically as well, and taxes probably going up for some people at the same time, it's just another reason why we need to increase Social Security benefits. In a time when the rich are getting richer, billionaires increased their wealth by trillions of dollars during the pandemic, we need to make sure that our seniors are taken care of. And I'm not talking about charity. I'm not talking about giving away money to seniors. Seniors have paid into the system their entire lives. I mean, it's just you're getting your tax money back that you've paid your entire life. And if you've paid into the system for 40 years, that money should be compounding with interest or in the stock market, getting returns. So if you put $1 in 40 years ago, you should be getting $5 back. And let me know in the comments if you agree. And all we're asking for is to give enough to let seniors live in a retirement of dignity. We're not asking to give seniors enough money to go buy a Mercedes-Benz or buy a Maserati. We're asking that you give seniors enough of a benefit to put food on the table, healthy food, to take care of their health, to pay their rent without worrying about it, to have a couple of $100s left at the end of the month to take their grandkids out to dinner. That's all we ask. And let me know in the comments if you agree. There are a variety of things that President Biden has promised to lower the costs of prescription drugs, something that seniors spend a lot of money on, to provide affordable housing for seniors, something that we hope is going to end up in this current stimulus package as well. So there are a lot of updates to come, but basically what we're trying to do on this channel is hold President Biden accountable. Our voice is a voice for seniors and a voice for those who are disabled to make sure that President Biden keeps his promise. A lot of people say that the third stimulus check, which happened in March, only happened because of channels like this, because of YouTube channels and Facebook groups and petition groups on change.org, keeping the message alive that the American people need help, and quite frankly, they need their tax money back. So the purpose of this channel is to make sure we keep that message alive and continue to push President Biden to increase Social Security benefits and do a stimulus check for seniors. Now, if you're new to the channel, you might not know that Senator Bernie Sanders, is trying to include a stimulus check for seniors in this stimulus package. Now, he proposed a $1,000 stimulus check. The Senior Citizens League wants to increase it to $1,400, and President Biden said it could be as low as $800. Now, the good news is President Biden has acknowledged the stimulus check for seniors. It's something that is very real, and they are considering to put in this package. Now, it's not guaranteed. Some experts think it might end up in the next stimulus package in 2022. We hope not. We hope it ends up in this current stimulus package, but it's not something I made up, folks. It's something that President Biden has talked about, Bernie Sanders thought of, and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi strongly support. Now, will it end up in this package? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing is for certain, seniors deserve this stimulus check, and they need this stimulus check, with inflation being so bad this year. And what's happening with negotiations? Well, if you follow my videos, you know that there are 5 moderate Democrats in the House who are holding up the stimulus package, but we might get a resolution by the end of this week. We are getting close, folks. So the cost of the stimulus package is going to be determined by a nonpartisan group called the Congressional Budget Office. That office in D.C. is going to tell Democrats exactly how much they think this package will cost and whether or not it's fully paid for. These 5 Democrats in the House, these moderate Democrats, are saying once the Congressional Budget Office gives these numbers and say that it's fully paid for, they will go ahead and approve the stimulus package. So there's a really good chance that's going to happen by the end of this week. And the good news is there seems to be a good relationship currently between progressives and moderates in the House. Remember, that is something that's been a huge issue when it comes to getting the stimulus package done. Moderates and progressives have been fighting about what to include in this package, but it looks like they've mostly agreed and will approve it in the House if the CBO says it's fully paid for. Now, once that's done, it's going to go to the Senate. And will Joe Manchin approve that stimulus package in the Senate? We'll have to wait and see, folks. So there will be a lot of updates to come. Now, as far as the signing ceremony, President Biden did it. He signed the physical stimulus package into law. And that is something that he is saying is historic. He's saying it is a landmark package that is going to rebuild roads, bridges, and highways and create millions, if not hundreds of thousands of good-paying blue-collar jobs. Now, the funny thing is, with everything happening in the world, honestly, it doesn't feel historic, does it? And let me know your thoughts if you agree. I don't want to undermine the importance of physical infrastructure. I don't want to belittle the importance of creating really good-paying blue-collar jobs for middle-class, hardworking, working-class Americans in this country. But in a time where seniors are struggling, what would feel more historic would be to increase Social Security benefits and approve a stimulus check for seniors. And let me know in the comments if you agree. Don't get me wrong, it is a big deal. And the fact that Biden did it, he got it done, it is a big deal. But would it be as historic as reforming Social Security benefits and increasing benefits for seniors and SSI and SSDI? Quite frankly, I don't think so. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. In any case, President Biden just signed this into law. And one thing people were talking about was the fact that this was supposed to be a bipartisan package, which it was. A lot of Republicans voted for this package. But were Republicans actually at the signing ceremony? Well, let's take a look. Overall, 32 Republicans voted for President Biden's infrastructure package. So who actually went? A lot of people were wondering, would Mitch McConnell actually go to the signing ceremony? That's a big deal. Because with Republicans and Democrats being so divided, even when they vote together for something, they really don't want to be seen together as kind of being buddy-buddy, right? So, long story short, folks, Mitch McConnell did not go to the signing ceremony. And that's a big deal. Because if Mitch McConnell had gone, it would have been a sign that he is more willing, potentially going forward, to work with Democrats on getting more things done, which would bode well for stimulus. If Mitch McConnell is warming up to President Biden and warming up to Democrats, that would have been a good sign. But unfortunately, he was not at the signing ceremony. There was a handful of Republicans, mostly from moderate states, like Senator from Alaska, the Senator from West Virginia, Mitt Romney from Utah. Mostly the moderate state Republican senators were there, a handful of them. Now, this relationship with Mitch McConnell is something we've talked about for months because we have a long history of President Biden and Mitch McConnell working together when President Biden was senator and when he was vice president. Now, the fact that Mitch McConnell didn't go was very disappointing, folks. It would have honestly been a huge step forward in just showing symbolically that maybe, just maybe, Mitch McConnell, which is the Senate leader of the Republicans, would start warming up to Democrats and be more willing to get stuff done, which would bode well for stimulus. We could say, hey, imagine Mitch McConnell standing right there behind President Biden or next to President Biden and saying, wow, maybe, just maybe, they're going to work together going forward to help the American people. Maybe this bipartisan physical stimulus plan could have been an olive branch to mend the relationship between Republicans and Democrats so they could start working together and get stimulus done for the American people. But no, folks, Mitch McConnell was not there. The good news is a handful of Republicans were, so maybe this will be a step in the right direction when it comes to working together to doing what's right for the American people. But in any case, Democrats continue to work on the stimulus check package. The physical stimulus package was just signed into law, and President Biden held a signing ceremony to celebrate what he calls a historic victory. Now, I'm going to play a quick clip from the ceremony. I'm going to cut it down probably to like 5 or 6 minutes. If you want to stick around, it's actually a pretty interesting ceremony. It's always good to see whoever the president is describe how he thinks these bills will affect the American people. So let's take a look, see what President Biden had to say, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Look, thanks for sharing this day with us. Why this day matters to you and your fellow iron workers and your families, and you explained it well. For all the folks at home, I know this day matters to you as well. I know you're tired of the bickering in Washington, frustrated by the negativity, and you just want us to use and focus on your needs, your concerns, and the conversations that are taking place at your kitchen table. Conversation as profound as they are ordinary. How do I find work? And how do I get there? How can our small business thrive and our child succeed in school? Or how do we emerge from this pandemic, not just with a little bit of breathing room, but with real fighting chance to get ahead? The bill I'm about to sign along is proof that despite the cynics, Democrats and Republicans can come together and deliver results. We can do this. We can deliver real results for real people. We see in ways that really matter each and every day to each person out there. And we're taking a monumental step forward to build back better as a nation. Today, we're finally getting this done. So my message to the American people is this: America's moving again, and your life is going to change for the better. If you live in one of the 10 million homes, or you're a child who attends one of the 400,000 schools or child care centers that still has lead pipes in them, you face a clear and present danger to your child's health and your health now. This law is going to start to replace 100% of the nation's lead pipes and service lines. So every American, every child can turn on the faucet and drink clean water. And tens of thousands of plumbers and pipe fitters are going to get work done in good paying jobs. Folks, as we saw with remote learning, remote working during the pandemic, access to high-speed internet is essential. And access to water as essential as access to water and electricity. This law is going to make high-speed internet affordable and available everywhere in America, urban, suburban, rural, and create jobs laying down those broadband lines. No parent, excuse me, no parent should have to sit in a parking lot at a fast food restaurant again, just so their child can use the internet to do their homework. That's over. And folks, If I visited your town, I'm sure you'd be able to tell me a long overdue promise in my view. It creates better jobs for millions of Americans. And no one earning less than $400,000 a year will pay a single penny in federal taxes because of it. And it does not include, as we did the bipartisan infrastructure bill, it does not include a single penny in gas tax, which I rejected because people under $400,000 would be paying it. This law is a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America. It leaves no one behind, and it marks an inflection point that we face as a nation. For most of the 20th century, we led the world by significant margin because we invested in ourselves. But somewhere along the way, we stopped investing in ourselves. We risked losing our edge as a nation, and China and the rest of the world are catching up. Our infrastructure used to be rated the best in the world. Now, faith in each other, let's believe in possibilities. Let's believe in one another, and let's believe in America. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Now let me sign this bipartisan bill.
I'm going to take the Vice President's booklet out of your way, sir.
Good man. I tell you what, I know what you mean. It's the only reason I did stop. Well, folks, I'm going to get you each a pen, but there's 30 of you up here. I only have one pen with me.
Breaking the dirty part.
All right, Vice President, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Bravo!
Thank you, thank you, thank you.